Well, we've reached the Epiphany, the 12th day of Christmas, and tonight we're having a high mass which will be live streamed and also open to the public. But that means today we're thinking about the Magi on their visit. And for all of Christmastide, they've been here on this table. And here we see them with their gifts. This is Balthazar, and here's his jar full of myrrh. And here is Gaspar, I believe, and he's got his gold. And here's Melchior with his incense. And they have their servants here who are sort of blowing these wonderful horns to show that they're on their way and coming. And just for fun, we have an extra camel. And then the great mystery of who this is, because we have another person here. We don't know whether he is organizing the whole thing and he's a very grand servant, or whether he's an assistant, or what he's doing. But he's wonderful nonetheless. So they've been on their way for some time. And here we have, in fact, a relic of the Magi, which is kept on the table with them during the season. So they're on their way, two of them on camels, and one on this wonderful elephant, which is slightly unusual, but makes it even more interesting. And so they've been on their way. So where they are now is that they're coming to this table, and this is the one in which the scene at Bethlehem is. And we have the Christ child here as he was with Joseph and Mary, the ox and ass, and these wonderful angels on the side who are still singing about his birth. The shepherds are now going about their business because they're out of the story, and the townspeople on the other side are still going about their business. But the difference here is that the gifts of the Magi have been brought here, and we have gold in this jar suspended in water. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little bit of it there. And then frankincense there, and this is what myrrh looks like. And so they have brought these three gifts and put them before the Christ child since Epiphany has started. Here we have a bucket full of chalk, and that may seem an odd thing, but that's going to be blessed at tonight's Mass, and you use that to write a legend over your doorway or over your apartment door. And we've got that printed in the online and in-person bulletins, how to do that. And you say a prayer for 2021, that your house may be safe and a household of God, and guarded by the Magi amongst all the other saints. So one thing to remember, I think, about the Magi, in addition to all the liturgical things, is that, of course, it reminds us that each one of us is on a Christian pilgrimage to God, just as they were. And just as they found, there are difficult points along the way. They must have had them in the desert and various other places. But in the end, they reach the goal of their pilgrimage, which is God himself. And it's just the same for us in our pilgrimage of life. So when we find that difficult, we should remember them, because they began a pilgrimage far, far away from God and found him at the end of it safe and sound, both for themselves and as the fulfillment of their goal. So happy Epiphany to all of you.